Now on to your little Holly, huh?
Little. No, I got some opinions. Come on, let's get ready for this Hollywood Takedown.
Oh, bring it. So what's going on in Hollywood right now?
Well, number one thing that was on my mind, it's on a lot of people's minds in the blogs and everything today, was last week's episode of Scandal, the one that was entitled Lawn Chair. Now, of course, it was so obvious. Hold up. Not yet.
Not yet?
Yeah, not yet. All right. It was so obvious that this was all about Mike Brown and, the young man got shot in the street. And we
now you talking about this show Scandal.
We're talking about, yes, they did a show that imitated basically what was going on with Mike Brown.
Oh, one of them Law and Order things where they write into the script what's really going on and they try to play it. Yeah, right.
And it was very emotional for a lot of people. Some people say, oh, they didn't dig deep enough. But, hey, just to give the writers a little bit of break, how deep can you get in an hour? I'm just saying.
What you saying?
What I said. So, but the thing that did get me, now I'm ready for my picture, is the way it ended. With Courtney B. Vance coming face to face with the president. And I think that this was orchestrated so that...
Is that the president? Why brother can't be taller than the president? They purposely picked.
Leave it to you to just...
I mean, why the man got to be looking down at a brother? That's all I'm saying.
I'm gonna nickname you Bowling Ball.
What's up with that?
I'm gonna nickname you Bowling Ball because that's just your job is just to knock over the pin. But either way, a lot of people looked at it like just the magnitude of after he experienced all of that, he had the support of the White House. He went in, he met the president, because it ended in obviously a fairy tale way, because it is Scandal, it is fiction, it is basically a Thursday night fairy tale for us. But those of you who know Scandal know that 2 seasons ago, the president's son, now you can give me my picture. Yeah, give me a picture. Yeah, him too.
That one?
That one. The president's son was also murdered by terrorists. Professional. That's all right. No, what we are we are grassroots. We are the common people giving you what the common people think.
Exactly. So
that was a scene where a man, the president's son, was killed by a terrorist. He was face to face with a black man whose son was killed by what? A terrorist. They calling him a police officer, but basically it was a terrorist.
Was he a black terrorist?
No, he was a police officer.
Oh.
That killed Courtney B. Vance.
So those exactly. Now, so they tied that into the Mike Brown and made it even. So how did Courtney B. react?
So what happened was the boy was murdered in the street by a white cop, and the riot, they had the crime scene tape up and the riot started.
Now, how did they
protest started?
Show the boy doing something? Did they make him look guilty? Was he a criminal?
He wasn't, but all the way up until the very end, you just don't know. All right, so and they didn't show the boy actually getting hurt like they do.
We're gonna take you down, Hollywood. We're gonna take you down.
He was just laying in the street. But they showed the father coming through the police line with a shotgun and standing guard over his son. And then one of the activists in the neighborhood bring him a lawn chair. And he sits the lawn chair over his son's body
with a shotgun
and stands guard over his body until he, quote, gets justice. Now,
where was the ambulance?
The same place it was when Mike Brown got shot. Nowhere to be seen. Remember, Mike Brown stayed in the street all day.
Get out of there.
So they had the whole.
Is that why the police chief, he just stepped down yesterday and all that? They've been holding press conference. If somebody go to the bathroom, they holding a press conference. I mean, what's the deal with that?
I know.
We already know the story. We already know how America is. Do we got to know everything that's going on in Ferguson now?
Of course, especially
cops got shot yesterday too.
Right, especially when black people are shooting the police.
Oh,
now,
man,
we're bringing them in. Now, it took us, what? How long did we take to find out who Darren Wilson was? But like a month and a half? But we're already bringing in.
But he's a cop.
We're already bringing in questioners because you shot a cop. Okay, I get it. And don't get me wrong. Don't shoot cops. It's not good. However, they're allowed to shoot you for doing something that's legal. They're allowed to shoot you if they think you have a gun, but it's legal to have a gun.
Well, I'm going to say it like Ice-T said it best. And this is how I look. I respect, cops. an honest cop. But one of the main reasons why cops don't get any respect is because there's crooked cops. But when the last time you heard a cop turning in another cop? You don't. It's the same reason why I don't like coaches. They all stick together when they should just be. I'm not going to say nobody want to dime on each other, but when you're in a position of authority that affects people's lives, this is not like y'all criminals together. You're supposed to be stopping the criminals. You ain't supposed to be looking out, turning your back when crime is being done. If you're a cop, the cold blue, as they call it. Nobody want to hear no cold blue. I hate to get on that. But Ice-T says, if you got a gun to me, you just a human being. So am I supposed to bow down to your motherfucking gun? That's the problem with white people in this country. They actually think the cops mean something. They fucking humans. Okay, they had bad days. I just don't want to be on the other end of that barrel on that motherfucker's bad day. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Tad bit emotional today already.
Oh, that's every day when we on this show. But go ahead.
Okay, topic number 2 is the movie that has taken over as the white guilt movie of 2014. Dear White People. As they said their tagline, I love it. A satire about being a black face in a white place. Okay.
I can't stand Hollywood. Why would they gonna make that title?
Well, the main character in the movie has like this radio podcast, and she starts it off like, "Dear white people, it takes more than one black person in your group for you to be able to say you have black friends." Just little nitpicky,
dumbasses.
Dumb stuff. Okay, so ultimately, in the big scheme of this movie, the white kids at this campus have a blackface party where they're doing all this horrible stuff that you see on YouTube videos. We'll talk about that later.
Oh, that's like that Oklahoma thing. Yeah,
exactly,
we're gonna get into that
like
later.
That Oklahoma thing. That was just why it's so kind of funny, that life imitated art kind of thing.
Well, racism is everywhere.
It is.
It's a formula. See that formula on the whiteboard up there?
There's
Look at it, y'all. Look at that formula.
We'll get deep into that formula in a little bit. But the thing about this whole movie is, while the subtle or I should say the outward message is that, even when white people are trying so hard not to be racist, deep down, there's some racism that they have to deal with, blah, blah, blah. But they took it and watered it down to the point where all the black characters, of course, except the gay guy, look terrible.
It is a movie in Hollywood, right?
Well, it was an independent movie, but Hollywood has grabbed hold of it. It's won all these awards and everything.
Oh, that's like that movie Crash.
It's exactly like that movie.
Like white people thought that was the greatest movie in the world, and I watched that like
things.
They make shit to make white people feel good in Hollywood. That's all the fuck they do.
Let me make you real mad. You can't use the liquid waste flush. This is going to take a solid waste flush. Hold on. Now, your main character is a mixed girl who's very outspoken, and she's the main character here. She's also sleeping with a white guy. She gets mad about people. Oh, let me touch your hair. But later on in the movie, she's like, how long does it take you to get your hair up like that? Like, she actually has to work to get an afro. Really? Because she's mixed. It turns out that she stole the election where she's elected to be the leader of the only black house on campus.
A black woman being dishonest.
And she incited the riot. Then at the end,
there was a riot?
Oh, yeah, there was like a little race riot because of the blackface party that the white kids had. But she started the whole, she sent the
Is this like that movie
out.
with your boy Ice Cube and Busta Rhymes was in? Remember that? Higher Learning? When they had that race riot, they filmed it on UCLA. You know what I'm talking about. Something like that. They always try to make.
But then at the end, she goes on her radio show and she says, "Dear white people, you know what? Never mind," and turns it off. As if it's going to just go away. You're just done with it. Okay, we'll start all this mess.
No, why did she do that? Because she was done talking. She realized nothing is going to get better.
Nothing's going to happen. It doesn't. Maybe she realized that
it's just in their nature to be racist.
Blah, blah, blah. But what it said to me was, that anytime you see someone who's standing up for rights, it means that they're really just messing with people, inciting stuff, and then they're going to walk away and leave the mess. That's the message I get. So while the movie is entitled Dear White People, I honestly feel like it was a Dear Black People, don't bother type movie.
That's how you feel.
That's how I felt about the movie. Maybe I'm wrong, but I doubt it. It's possible, but I doubt it.
That show was a lot on those topics or whatever. You still got to get some more Hollywood Takedown.
The only other thing I have to say, the Robin Thicke and Pharrell Williams for Blurred Lines. It has been found that they did indeed copy Marvin Gaye's song.
That was obvious.
Duh. And so the children have been awarded $7.4 million. And I just want to say, because
of course now if the producer would have been white, we would have never heard about it, because Robin Thicke, he's the lead in all this whatever, but everyone's just looking at Pharrell because he's the one who produced it.
Right. And we all know that, in the creative process, you can be jarred by something you heard, blah, 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 blah.
They said they were showing him respect.
But ultimately, think about it. Well, you know what? In today's environment, that might not be true. But I got down with the song. It was catchy. Everybody was humming and singing. But we were singing a song about rape, y'all.
About what?
About rape.
Exactly. Blurred lines.
And the only reason that it was okay was because it reminded you of Marvin Gaye.
Or because the singer was white.
No, that's why we had to use a Marvin Gaye tune so that it can negate, water down the fact that he's talking about rape.
That was a shame. But they get away with a lot. Blurred lines.
Yeah, those lines are.
I mean, black rappers degrade black women all the time. They got criticized enough, whatever, right? But Hollywood, they'll show rapes. And did you see The Godfather, the way Michael Corleone slapped the hell out of his wife just because she walked in the house? Robert De Niro raped a woman. This is Hollywood. Treat women bad. But nobody say nothing, because when a white person do it, it's art.
It's entertainment.
Yes, it's art. But when a black artist do it, it's
keeping it real.
Exactly. It's bullshit. It might really happen in real life.
So
now that's a Hollywood takedown.
All of that.
Bam.
Keeping it 100. Not even keeping it 50.
Okay, so now what? Now what you say?
They say they're keeping it 100, but they're not even keeping it 50.
Now, what was you gonna say? Was you gonna say something about Angie Stones?
I was, but it'll still be in the news next week. We got Angie Stone out there, and she had gotten into a little altercation with her grown daughter.
Is that where I seen?
She's so pretty.
Yeah, in that picture. Is that where I seen?
You're not supposed to be cute in your mugshot after you just knocked your daughter's teeth out. Come on.
I seen a picture online where they had her picture. They had her mouth was like this. Yeah. Is that what that was about?
Yeah. So apparently she got into it with her daughter. Her daughter got the kids in the house. They leaving the house a mess, and she fussing at her daughter. And her daughter came.
How old's her daughter?
Grown ass woman, 30 years old.
Angie Stone got a 30-year-old daughter?
Angie Stone got a 30.
How old is Angie Stone?
I don't know.
Oh man, she must have had her when she.
Maybe she could. I mean, Angie Stone could easily.
I didn't know she was.
She could be
old.
50. She could easily be 50.
Yeah, that's right.
Anyway,
and her daughter lives with her.
So I guess I don't know if she lives with her or she was there.
I live at home too.
If my mom got a big old house, why not?
You shoot. I wouldn't move out.
That's
but
what
go ahead.
But they got into a fight, and apparently the girl was coming at Angie too. She was hitting her mama. Well, everybody know if you hit a black mama, you gonna get knocked down. So Angie apparently.
I did not know that.
Really? Like you ain't never been knocked down. I know with your smart mouth. I'm sure your mama had to put you on your behind more
I
than
never
once.
even went close to my mama.
But if you had been within arm's reach, where would you be?
Who knows? You right about that.
In the ER with your teeth in your hand, just like Diamond Stone. But then they saying that the girl teeth was rotting out anyway, so maybe she didn't really.
So they
hit her
saying,
that hard.
so is someone being charged?
Yeah, they charged her with like a domestic altercation.
Who, Angie or the daughter?
Angie, because she had knocked the girl teeth out with the lamp.
Oh my God. This is like Al Green throwing grits and
Oh, to be a fly on celebrity walls.
I know. So.
And at that, Hollywood is